It's time. I have been looking forward to Gotham Season 5 for the longest time, and this opening episode did not let me down. For those who haven't seen the episode yet though, this video does contain spoilers, so if you care about those, I invite you to come back once you've seen the episode and we can discuss our thoughts on Gotham Season 5, Episode 1, Year Zero. An appropriate title for this episode for a number of reasons. For a spoiler-free version of my opinions on this episode of Gotham, you could listen to what's ahead and then I'll tell you when the spoilers are coming. Okay, so, while I was watching Gotham, I was eating spicy noodles, but the spice of the noodles was overpowered by the spice of what was going on the TV while I was watching Gotham. So yeah, basically this episode of Gotham is spicy. No, I really enjoyed it, so yeah, on with the spoiler part. The episode starts with a flash forward of the GCPD working with Penguin and Enigma taking on some kind of horde, before flashing back to 3 months after Jeremiah's victory and the transformation of Gotham to No Man's Land. Reintroductions to the characters are handled well, and what they are doing in No Man's Land are done with little dialogue. I think flashing back to 3 months after Jeremiah's victory as opposed to taking place immediately after these events is so that we waste no time explaining Riddler's return and perhaps make up for the little teasers at the end of Season 4 that will likely be left unfulfilled because of the shorter length of this season. Sad to say, I'm not counting on any appearances from Man-Bat or Ventriloquist, for better or for worse. No Man's Land sets the stage well for a much darker, more chaotic final season. This kind of environment really brings out the true colours of our cast, bringing out the absolute best in Bruce Wayne and Jim Gordon, and bringing out a far darker side to Penguin, Barbara Keene and Scarecrow. Selina Kyle's story though took a very unexpectedly dark turn. She appears to have been crippled by Jeremiah and just wants to take her own life, putting Bruce in a very complicated moral compromise. He wants what is best for his best friend, but there really is no guarantee of sufficient medical care in No Man's Land Gotham. And Jim Gordon is constantly trying to fight a losing battle with the American government for them to come and assist Gotham in its current state. There is not enough food to go around the remaining population, and amenities are very thin, and the Penguin is not prepared to share. There's a brilliant scene where Penguin's new assistant is telling Penguin about the food shortage, and Penguin just feeds his steak to his dog because it's overcooked. Penguin is set up to be a far more sickening and selfish villain than ever before. I think this may be setting up the much more bloated and repugnant greedy Penguin that we're set to see when the Batman is on the scene. We see a trade war between the Sirens and Penguin. The Sirens want to trade ammunition for food, but this is made more complicated by Tabitha's vow of revenge on Penguin. All war breaks out when Penguin finally murders Tabitha Gallivan. I feel like Barbara's character evolution, because of the loss of Tabitha, is setting up a parallel between her and Penguin. I expect we'll see more similarities between the two as their war goes on. The reason I say this is because during the Tabitha funeral sort of thing, you see Barbara scream, and it immediately cuts to Oswald screaming because the bullet's being taken out of his leg. After that, I'll imagine his walk is even more screwed up. Before this, we also see that the Scarecrow and his gang are trying to steal medical supplies, putting Selina Kyle's life even further at risk. The challenges are really stacking up on Jim Gordon, and luckily for him, Bruce Wayne is more than prepared to step up and take the challenge. For the rest of Gotham's citizens, it's a game of survival and who takes Gotham. I feel like they did a good job of demonstrating who owns each faction of Gotham and setting up potential conflicts. There is a good sense of war and strategy in this episode so far, which I think will give Season 5 an even better sense of progression than previous seasons. No Man's Land Gotham sets the stage perfectly for the rise of the Batman, however with regular time jumps I do wonder how long we will spend in Season 5, in Gotham's No Man's Land state before it reverts back to business as usual Gotham. If future episodes spent in No Man's Land Gotham are anywhere near as atmospheric, dark and eerie as this episode was, I hope we spend a good long time in this version of Gotham. Survival and war have always been a theme in Gotham since Season 1. So to see it all come this far feels like a moment earned by 4 seasons worth of intense TV. We get no appearance from Jeremiah Valeska this time, however we do get a cameo from Echo. It looks like she may be listening to Jim Gordon's communications to the American government, which could set up Jeremiah and Echo's next big plan to take Gotham for their own, and to keep the city from ever being salvaged. The stakes are higher than ever. I also noticed that one of the nurses at the hospital with Selina looks suspiciously similar to Jeremiah Valeska in terms of how she's made up, however I doubt she's involved with him. She tells Bruce to find the witch to save Selina. But who is the witch? I'm gonna bet it's Poison Ivy. She's proven to have regenerative abilities before, but this could be a challenge given her stubbornness. Bruce is pretty much Batman minus the mask at this point, making Year Zero an appropriate title at this stage. David Mazouz proves that he can play a Batman very, very well, so I do hope it's him that gets to wear the cape and cowl by the end. I know he's still probably too young for the role, but I feel with a little makeup and a padded suit, they could age him up well, and honestly, I feel like he's earned this. However, given that Gotham did recast Poison Ivy twice for age reasons, David Mazouz's performance probably isn't something we should take for granted. Overall, I thought Year Zero was an excellent opener for Gotham Season 5. It set the stage perfectly for Batman to rise, and it feels like the other characters have all developed well from Season 4 to 5. I also noticed that the trailer for Things to Come revealed a lot, even down to the silhouette of Batman, which is extremely exciting to see. What did you guys think of Season 5 Episode 1? Discuss in the comments section below, and I can't wait for what's to come, as this opener did not disappoint. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, remember to subscribe for more just like this. And now, you too can contribute to channel pub content, be it sharing my videos with friends who might be interested or donating to the Patreon in the description below to help me towards making more regular content that's even better with better equipment and more time to work on the videos. I understand copyright is a factor in any review style video, even with fair use, so I'd love to have the time and resources to film scene recreations for better visually accompaniment on my videos. Thank you so much for sticking around though, and for over 2,000 subscribers, and I will catch you all next time.